Hi, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. It's the legacy game. We're rolling it back to the 80s. We got some Herbie Hancock. Is Axel Foley still in the house? I'm wearing my members-only jacket as I'm rocking my IROC. You got to be there on Sunday, because you want to know why? It's Legacy Uniform Day. Oh, yeah. All right, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Oh, you know what? We got a couple things that we want to talk about today. We have Jaylon Smith rolling it back, playing for the Giants on Sunday. The weather looks like it's going to hold out a little bit, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting. I want to go through the injury report. I also want to go through a rumor that was sent to me via email. What's it? I forgot. This is 1986. What's email? What is those strange terms I hear? I got to pop in my VHS tape. Make sure my cassette is rolling at the right song in the car. But there's a Kadarius Toney rumor that was sent to me. Is it true? I don't know. But it's sent to me by someone that I trust who has sent us rumors before, and they've turned out to be true. But before we get into that, let's talk about the injury report and statuses for the Bears game. Right now we have Cordell Flott is out with the calf. You got Nick McLeod out. Wan'Dale Robinson out. Kadarius Toney out. Leonard Williams out. We have game time decision. Looks like, Justin Lane and Aaron Robinson were full participants on Friday, so they are a go. Ward is a full participant on Friday, so he's a go. Sterling Shepard, of course, is on the IR. If we take a look at these Chicago Bears, let's see, is anyone, Ryan Griffin, the tight end, he's doubtful, so he's not playing. Jalen Johnson, the corner, is out. Jones, the wide receiver, is questionable. David Montgomery is out, but we're going to have to worry about Herbert. So Herbert's actually had a pretty good, was Khalil Herbert. He's actually had some success the last couple of weeks. So that's going to be interesting. It's kind of a Wally Pitt moment. So maybe for David Montgomery, I don't know. We're gonna have to see that. Roquan Smith, who was a full participant in practice. Robert Griffin, who is questionable. You have Santos, the kicker, is questionable, and Sterling Weatherford, the other linebacker, is questionable. So you know what? The Bears have more injuries than the Giants do at the moment. So. And I think they have more injuries that could be more affecting their team in the totality. So you know what? This is a good opportunity for the Giants to get right, to potentially go to 3-1, because you know what? Our schedule gets a little more dicey after this week. So we need, if we're going to make any type of noise, if the Giants want to win like 6-7 games, they're going to have to win this game, because the next couple of weeks it's going to be a little dicey. And, you know, in the end of the season, when we basically play 5 out of 6 games against, or is it 4 out of 6? I can't remember, against Eastern Division opponents that, for the, I wonder if it's 86. So the St. Louis Cardinals are still in the East Division, the NFC East. Most people forget the St. Louis Cardinals used to be in this division as well. That was a good rivalry with the Giants and the Cardinals when they were in St. Louis. You had Neil Lomax. And of course, you had O.J. Anderson. You know, they had some good. They had EJ Jr., the linebacker. They had some good guys. They had some good players. It was a good rivalry for the Giants. But you know what? This is a game that I think is going to be. This is a game that if you are the Giants, you should win. You are at home. You are. You're going to have a crazy fan base. Hopefully the weather doesn't keep a lot of people out of the game, away from the game. I'll be there. I'm gonna be there no matter what. Gonna be there with Big El Gigante. Gonna be in the park. I'm probably gonna be in the park about 10 o'clock. Gonna be in the Verizon lot right next to the Verizon Center in the Platinum parking in the red lot. So if you're around, come look for me. I'm gonna be sitting there probably with my big Online Big Blue tent, sitting there with my truck, sitting there with the chair, drinking a beer. Bring me a hot dog. Come by and have a beer. I'll post on Twitter where I'm at. Come by, have a beer. Sit down. Let's talk Giants. Maybe I'll bring the laptop. Maybe we'll stream. I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. Jaylon Smith is going to be active for this game. It's interesting, you know. He signed with the Giants about 10 days ago on the practice squad. We need him. We need a linebacker. It's just one of those things. We need a linebacker. We need something, because let's be honest, the combination of Austin Calitro and Tay Crowder it's just terrible. People want to talk about the line being the issue for the Giants last week. It was not the defensive line. It was the fact that the linebackers could not maintain containment on their assignments on the edge. You could talk about the line all you want, but that's just what it is. I love it because the venerable Pro Football Focus has Tay Crowder at 187 snaps which is first for his team for 3 games. But he's got a Pro Football Focus ranking of 29.1 for 77th out of 78 linebackers. Out of 78 eligible linebackers, Tate Crowder is 77th. I'm so glad we're talking about that highlight hit still, because everything else has just gone downhill for the linebacking core. So let's stop placing. The defensive line actually played well enough last week. It's just if you cannot maintain your edge assignment against the rush as an outside or middle linebacker, especially if bad things are going to happen, especially in a 3-4 defense. And it's also the fact that if you are playing a 3-4 and you have 2 weak middle linebackers and you get someone get to that second level and they don't make the tackles, you're going to get some big gains. Because a lot of times you are not going to get stopped at the line. Because if you don't get stopped, hopefully with Dexter Lawrence and DJ Davidson, you are going to be slowed down long enough. And we've talked about it before. So you can flow like water Miyagi. Go through the reeds and the vines and make the tackle and attack the ball carrier. What Blake Martinez used to do. That is the problem on this team, not the defensive line. People need to stop. People need to stop and think. Use that thing between your ears. It's not the defensive line. The defensive line held up pretty stout for 3 quarters. The problem is when you get exposed in your middle linebacking core, and your middle linebackers are this week and not NFL starting linebackers, and you go out and get a Jaylon Smith to come in and play, there is something very wrong here. But this is a game we should win. This is a game we should win. I got an email. And normally, when people send me emails, I ignore them. But this email is from a gentleman who the one time he sent us an email before it turned out to be right. And I find that interesting. So he sends me another email, and I've talked to him in the past, and he actually worked in the NFL for about 12 years. Now he does marketing does marketing now for the NBA. So it was one of those things that when he sent me the email, it's not that I didn't believe him, but I was like, well, I don't know. But there's rumors. There's speculation right now. And he heard it from 2 different people that the Giants are once again shopping Kadarius Toney. That they're looking to move on from him. That if he gets healthy enough to make some progress on the field, that, people would not be surprised, or he would not be surprised if he was moved on before November 30th. And I've said this before, you drafted Wan'Dale Robinson, who has similar skill sets to Kadarius Toney. He's just a little bit small. He's a lot smaller. And he doesn't have the speed and he doesn't have the agility, but he was drafted in a redundant position. And I've always found that interesting, that it was redundancy. So he sent me the email and he said he heard it from 2 separate people that if Kadarius Toney ever gets healthy enough to get on the field, that he thinks that he will. He doesn't think. He said people are saying that the Giants will move him before November 30th, before the trade deadline. Not at the trade deadline, before the trade deadline. And I found that really, really interesting because, the Giants always say the right things about players. They always say the right things. The problem is, at the end of the day, that's we've talked about it before, and you guys are smart enough. No, it's GM speak. That's coach speak. And we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. So don't be shocked. But the caveat was, and actually he even wrote caveat and put those little ampersands, or whatever the hell they're called. I don't know what the hell they're called. The things that look like little sharks eating each other. He said, if healthy. That was the caveat, if healthy. Oh, don't forget, we got the big game tomorrow, Saturday. I'll be in the parking lot about 10 o'clock. I have a blue tent. There'll probably be a lot of blue tents. I was going to have the online Big Blue logo put on it, but I'm not that pretentious. But you know what? You'll know it's me. I'm going to be wearing I'm going to run it back with my running back jersey. I'm actually going to wear I'm wearing number 95 from it's actually a game-worn jersey. So you're going to see me in that. You'll see it's a 75th anniversary jersey, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Big L Gigante there as well. We're going to have a really good time. I'm just going to sit there, I'm going to drink some beers, have some coffee. Bring me a hot dog if you can. And like I said, I'll post it on Twitter exactly where we at, so make sure you stop on by. Say hello. Have a beer. It ain't going to cost nothing. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, throwing it back, bringing it back funky, sitting there looking, going, you know what? I wear my sunglasses at night. So I can. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk in our team. And as always, if you like, subscribe, if you ring that bell notification, means that'd be awesome.